So in today's video, we are working on this behemoth of a MacBook. This MacBook Pro is the A3403. I believe it's the 2024, if I'm not mistaken. And what we're doing here is a screen replacement. This will be a two-part video. First part will be replacing the actual screen, and second part is calibrating the new lid angle sensor that we have. For now, we're just going to be replacing the screen, and then the second video will be linked at the very bottom of this description to show you how to calibrate the screen. Let's get started. Since these screens are relatively new, we could only get this screen from Apple. So we're going to start off with the P5 bit right here to remove all these screws. All right, and here's our razor blade. We're just going to insert it right underneath and pop the back shell open. And then we're going to slide it open. It's funny, the 14-inch is identical to this, but just smaller. All the components look the same. So what we're going to start off here is we're going to be disconnecting this battery right here and then removing this antenna, the hinges, the lid angle sensor, and then we'll pop off the screen and add a new one. This right here should be the T4 bit. The motherboard does bend quite a bit just because it's a larger board, so we need to factor in the bending when we're unscrewing these screws. And now we're going to pull back this cable, and I believe that screw is the T5 bit. Let's lift up on the battery connector. Now this MacBook has officially been disconnected from the battery. Let's go ahead and remove this part right here, the antennas. We'll pop off the cables, 1, 2, and 3. Let's remove all these screws on this big antenna right here. This is the T5 bit, and another T5 bit on the far left, and these should be all T5s as well. I did take a look on YouTube to see if there was any other videos for this specific model. I couldn't find any. I mean, I didn't really look too hard, but if there isn't any, this should be a good source for everybody trying to replace their screen. All right, and this guy does not look like a T5, looks like a T4. Yeah, you know what I just noticed? Since the board is very large, if you press down really hard on the screw, you have to as you're unscrewing, the board bends. If you don't press down hard enough, you risk stripping the screw, so it needs to be perfect. All right, now we're going to be removing these smaller screws. I believe these are the P2. These are very small screws, easily strippable, so make sure you put enough downward force on them and control your unscrewing. But aside from that, we're almost done. This repair isn't too difficult. Okay, now we should be able to lift. Oh no, there's some screws in the center. Okay, comes right off. Easy peasy. Let's go ahead and remove these two covers. These should be T4 or T5. Let's take a look. This is the T5. Yep, they're T5s. And then one more on the left. And now let's remove the lid angle sensor. If you've been watching my other videos, you would probably know by now I hate lid angle sensors. And the concepts of lid angle sensors just are the worst thing to do for repairs, but it's part of the process. Yeah, let's pop this off. Let me explain in a moment what a lid angle sensor is. This tiny sensor right here detects if the lid is closed or opened, which is very detrimental to a computer if it's not working right. Now, when you do screen replacements on newer MacBook models such as this, you do need to get a new lid angle sensor from Apple if you're buying a brand new screen. And then once you install that new lid angle sensor on the new screen, you have to calibrate that sensor. With that calibration, your computer is not going to determine or detect if the lid is closed or opened. It's a pain in the butt. That's where the second video comes. Calibrating it is fairly easy, but just the concept of it all is just annoying. So now we're gonna go ahead and unplug these three cables. 1, 2, and 3. And then now we could remove the screws on the hinges. What I like to do, personally, is remove 4 of the 6 screws holding down the hinge, and then the remaining 2 once I open up the computer. Bigger computer, larger screws. It looks like everything is ready to go for the removal of the screen now. I'm going to pop this open as wide as it could open, and then I'll remove the 2 remaining screws. Okay, once that's removed, I should be able to just pop off the screen. Okay, this is the old screen. I am going to have to remove that screw holding the lid angle sensor down so I can put it onto the new screen. So for now, I'll put away that screen. Let's get the new screen. This is the new screen. Let's go ahead and get this unsealed. This is straight from Apple Services, so it is an OEM screen. They don't make this aftermarket just yet at the day of this video being recorded. So here is the new lid angle sensor that I need for the new screen, and the new screen will be in here. Pull the new screen, put this box away. All right. Bam, new screen. I am gonna remove that screw from the old screen that I need, that lid angle screw, which is right here. This screw is non-magnetic, meaning it is a pain in the butt to grab and control. It is also a P2 screw. I do have to send this lid angle sensor and the old screen back to Apple, so I am gonna put this aside. Here is the computer. Let's grab the new screen, pop these open. Let's make sure the hinges are fully extended, and let's start adding it to the screen. So I am gonna pop these cables out, just like so, and I am just gonna go just like that. Perfect. Let's bring back the T8 screws. We're just screwing the hinges right now, at least just one screw per hinge. And this is the second screw for the bottom hinge. Perfect. Let's close this up. Okay, now I'm gonna screw in the remaining 6 screws, or the remaining 4 screws that we have for the hinges. 2 on the right side and 2 on the left. So in one of my earlier videos this year, I stated that my wife was pregnant, and when we found out that that she's holding a baby, and now we are 1 month away from giving birth. So it's fairly exciting. Okay, so now we put back all the screws for the hinge. I am gonna now install the new lid angle sensor. As I said earlier, I'll be showing that calibration video after this video. Oh God, I got some adhesive on my gloves. That's not good. This is the new sensor that I am gonna install right now. It's a pain in the butt because that screw cannot be magnetized. I just need it to fit properly. Perfect. Okay, easy. I usually have a hard time screwing that in. Plug this in. Okay, new lid angle sensor connected. Let's plug in the screen's cables now. I like to push the cable in with the spudger like this. And we'll push these cables in. That one's in. You need to be delicate with these cables, because if you cause damage with it, it's a problem. Take your time with it. You kind of need to be a little aggressive when pushing back the cables in its place. Let me remove my gloves. Yeah, this is probably the hardest part, because you don't want to damage the new screen connector or the connector on the motherboard. Okay, that looks good. So what I'm doing here is I'm kind of bringing my head down just to see where it makes contact. Okay, good. You can see my sweat on my finger. This is why I don't like to work without gloves, but unfortunately in this case I did have to remove the gloves. If you ordered a screen like this, these screens are probably around $700 from Apple. You don't want to take the chance and damage it, because if you damage it, it's just $700 out of your own pocket, not the customer's pocket. Okay, so now that we have the screen cables plugged in, we're just going to reverse our steps and just close back everything. Okay, we are done. Let's go ahead and test this new screen, and hopefully it is working. Just open this up. I'll throw this on the charger. Say Bismillah. Perfect. Mouse is working, looking good. Let's test out the keyboard. Keyboard is working, very good. Now we're gonna calibrate the screen, which is the most important thing after a screen replacement. And that will be on the next video. It should be popping up somewhere around here. Aside from that, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. All the tools that we used on our bench is within the description down below. If you guys have any questions or concerns, let me know. Just do make sure you watch the second video. That's for the calibration of your new lid angle sensor. We'll see you soon.